Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit of a continuation of my last COS video where I shared some of my favorite things, and the reason that this is a continuation is because I had a few pieces that didn't end up making it at the same time as my first COS order. So once I unboxed all of these, I took all the tags off because I honestly immediately loved every single thing, and they all weirdly were this beautiful, rich, dark brown color. So I thought I would make sort of a mini video sharing these three pieces in this beautiful dark, well, two are dark brown and then one is this necklace that I'm wearing. And then it is also very timely because the COS Memorial Day sale is going on right now where you can get 30% off of a ton of items. I posted about this, I believe, a day or two ago, just to give you guys a heads up. However, I have put together a little edit for you all. So that will be the second part of the video. I'm going to go through all of my picks of things that I think are great to get out of the sale. And then I'm also going to call out at the very end some things that I either own or that I've tried on in previous videos that are also in the sale. So hopefully this will be helpful for you all, and I hope that you're having a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend. So let's jump right in. So I'm going to go with the more casual first item, and that is this V-neck t-shirt that I have. So this might look a little familiar to you because I ended up getting this t-shirt in my last COS video in navy, and I got it in a size small. So I wanted to experiment with this dark brown color because I thought that was really pretty as well. And I got it in a size medium, which I'm very happy about because I think it gives just kind of a cool, casual, loose feel to it. So I really love the brown and I like it in a size medium. If I still have the footage of me wearing the small, maybe I'll put them side by side so you can kind of see the size difference. It's not that much of a difference, to be honest, but in case you want to see if you're trying to choose between sizes. But I've been having a lot of fun with their V-neck t-shirts. I think it's just kind of a fun way to spice up my wardrobe a little bit and get something new and different for summer. And I paired it with these cotton barrel jeans that I already have from COS that I love. I actually also have them in black, and they don't have them currently on the COS website because, again, I bought them a couple of years ago, or at least a year ago now at this point. So I have linked some similar ones from La Mer down below off of Essence, and I think they would look really nice with this as well. But you all know that I love a monochrome look, so loving the dark brown kind of head to toe. It's very, very trendy without being too trendy, if you know what I mean. So really, really pleased with this t-shirt. This t-shirt is 100% cotton and it was $35. This next piece is a necklace, and I feel like I kind of have a love-hate relationship with COS jewelry just because I either wear it all the time or I don't wear it that much, especially if it is more of a statement piece. It's just more of a thought to put it on and style with my outfit. However, this one was too good to not get because it is so similar to this one that I've been loving. It has been on my wish list on Net-a-Porter for almost a year now, and it's this gorgeous gold-plated necklace from Lié Studios. In fact, I think COS is drawing a lot of inspiration from Lié Studios because the barrette that I have as well, that I shared in my last video that you all really liked, is also kind of inspired by Lié Studios, but this one is a fraction of the price. It is made out of 100% post-consumer recycled brass, and the coating is 100% gold. Actually, so that's wild. Wait, how's that possible? Because the necklace is $89.99, so $90, and the Lié Studio one is around $500, so that's quite the difference. But I just absolutely love this. I think it's so comfortable and elegant. I love a necklace like this because it's like big enough to make a statement, and especially if you want to dress something up or down, it really can do that quite easily, like a t-shirt, or it can be chill. And I think it's really beautiful. So it just adds like a little something extra. I really, really, really love this, and I think the price is fantastic. And the final piece from COS that I wanted to talk about is what I'm wearing, which is this really beautiful pleated knitted mini dress. And I'm not gonna lie, when I got back from Japan, I was feeling, which I am working on that video for you all, I promise. If it's not the next video after this, it'll be the one after that of what I wore in Japan. I absolutely am going to give you all that video. I know that it's been a while, but when I got back from Japan, I was just feeling very nostalgic for that Japanese-esque aesthetic. I was feeling so inspired by like Issey Miyake and stuff. And so when I saw this sort of pleated material, it reminded me a lot of Issey Miyake, and so I thought, oh, why not just try that? And I'm honestly so happy that I did, because normally this isn't really something I would reach for, but whatever, well, I'll tell you exactly what it's made out of, because it is so lightweight and comfortable and breathable, and it comes with this little slip underneath that is also sheer. But the whole thing is not see-through, don't worry, even though I've also styled it with pants and I really love wearing it that way too. So it doesn't have to just look like a dress. You could also just wear it as like a large tunic top, but I just think it feels so incredible. Again, it's that gorgeous dark brown color. Here, I'm going to show you up close so you can really see the beautiful pleating. I just think this is such a beautiful fabric, and clearly costed too, because they ended up bringing it out in other styles. There is a really beautiful shirt version of this, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later in the sale section in black. There's also like a little cardigan that goes over it. And actually this dress is also available to be 38% off. So bummer for me, but great for you guys, even though I think I did end up getting a 20% off code. So still pretty good in terms of getting a little bit of a discount, but I just love this dress so much more than I thought I was going to. So that's why it's also nice to just try things sometimes, because you just never know. Just trying to make sure that I actually telling you all the right size, but this dress is $135, which with a 30% off, that I believe that takes it below 100, which is pretty great, or at least right at 100. So yeah, really, really beautiful, $135. I got it in a size extra small, so it definitely is more of an oversized fit. So just keep that in mind when you're picking out a size. And the fabric of this is 83% cotton, 17% recycled polyamide, and then the lining is viscose. So very breathable, really, really beautiful outfit for summer. And I will say, whoever's been styling COS's website has been absolutely crushing it, because I've been feeling, I mean, I think I'm going to do a whole nother video on that, about how I've been sort of shaking up how I style my clothes, because I've just been getting so much inspiration from them. So, and the reason I'm saying that is because, again, this dress, while I think it looks fantastic on its own, I have paired it with my brown Judy heels from the Berlin footwear brand AD, because I love them so much. And I just love, again, a whole monochrome look. I really like how they've paired it on the website as well. They've paired it with a midi skirt and then just little flip-flops. I think this is such a cool look for summer. Just gives a little bit more edginess to it. And if you're not comfortable wearing a mini dress, especially, you know, if you're a little older or whatever, like this could be a really great option for you. I actually styled this with my brown pants that I wore with the t-shirt, so my brown cotton tapered pants, and I absolutely love that look. I think it would look really nice with black pants as well, because you guys know I love pairing dark brown and black, or dark brown and navy. I just love the pants with the long dress over the top. I think it instantly takes it from being just like a cute look to like really chic, really alternative. So wanted to share this idea with you all because I felt really good about it. So yeah, hopefully it might feel a little inspiring to you too as well. Hey guys, good morning. I am coming to you from the future, because as I was sitting at my desk editing this video, I realized I did have 3 pieces of brown clothing. I thought I misspoke when I was recording the video. Turns out I just had one in my closet that I completely forgot to include, but it's such a good one that I'm willing to sacrifice the visual integrity of this video by including this lovely snapshot of me on a Saturday morning. But this is a really gorgeous linen blend, just very classic, again, in that gorgeous dark brown color from COS. It's $165. This is technically part of their new arrivals, so it's not on sale, but it's a really beautiful bias cut dress. It is a linen blend, so it's 20% linen, 80% lyocell, but it's still gorgeous. The only downside of it, I mean, I definitely kept it because I love the shape of it. I think it's super classic. I love where it hits, again, that midi length a little bit above the ankle and the shell top. I think it would look so good with a cardigan during the work week and little ballet flats. And then you could take it off and wear it with sandals if you were going on vacation or something. But if you are going to like on a vacation and it's a really sunny area, you might want to wear a slip just because it's not super see-through, but it definitely doesn't have a full lining. So I did just want to call that out. I got it in a size 2. And again, this one doesn't have, this has more of a classic fit. So believe it or not, COS does have classic fit clothes. Not all the time. Most of their stuff is oversized, but this one is definitely more fitted. I mean, again, I am like a true 2, so I still think a 2 is appropriate for me. But if you're worried about sizing and you normally size down in COS dresses, definitely just get your regular size in this. And comes with this like little waist wrap, which again, the only downside is that it is attached because I actually kind of prefer it without the little tie. I'm going to show it to you both ways, but not a game changer for me. Overall, I just love the like beautiful slim silhouette of this. I think it's, again, a really great staple piece for summer, and I love that it's in that dark brown because you guys know that I love dark linen, especially for the city. Feels way less like you're trying to like cosplay vacation or something. So just wanted to make sure that I included that, and then yeah, I'll pop back in the rest of the regular video. So see you there. So overall, these were the things that I ordered that did not make it in my original COS video, but it's okay because they're making it in now. And again, this lined up perfectly with the Memorial Day weekend sale. So yeah, I'm very excited to jump into my little edit that well, it's not that little, let's be honest, but it's about 10 to 15 things that I think are really great picks out of the sale. I know that sales in general can be overwhelming. I mean, shopping in general can be overwhelming. So particularly with sales, there's like that added pressure of the time limit. And I don't know if I do this, I know other people probably do this, where maybe you buy something and you're like, oh, why did I get that? It's like just because it's on sale. So hopefully by curating this list for you all, it can help just weed a few things down. And yeah, let me know if you get anything out of the sale too. I'm always curious what you guys like and what you buy. So again, I'm going to start with all of the things that I've never actually tried on before. So I'm really just going off of the aesthetic of what it looks like on the website and whatnot, which, I mean, I've been shopping at COS for a while, you guys. I feel like I do a pretty good job of picking things out. And then I will do a little shout out at the end because there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces that I do own and that I have purchased and that I have tried on that I absolutely adore, that I just want to give a shout out. So if you haven't picked them up in the past, that you can pick them up in the sale this time maybe. So let's get into it. So since I'm wearing a dress, let's just start with the dresses because that's the great thing about summer, is having just a cute, easy, chic dress, and COS is so good at that, as you all know. So I actually shouted out this dress in my last COS video, but I will do it again. I also talked about this in my summer staples video. I absolutely love just a black t-shirt dress in the summer. It is so easy, especially on the days if you're just like, I'm feeling bloated or I don't know what to wear. It can be formal, it can be casual, and I absolutely love the length of this one. All of my black t-shirt dresses are either mini or maxi, so I love that this is a midi dress, so it kind of hits a little bit above the ankle, which I feel like is really flattering and also just convenient, especially if you live in a city, because then you're not like dragging the dress on the ground, which is sometimes a problem with midi skirts. So this dress is $99. So 30% off of that is going to be around $70. Of course, then taxes and shipping, but I think that's a great price. And I personally would get this in a size small, even though I do think it's probably a more of an oversized fit. Again, I just love that like loose, easy breezy feel for summer. And it is 100% cotton, which I always love. So loving the t-shirt dress here. Another just like easy, breezy, casual dress that I've talked about in the past is this little polo dress. And this is a merino wool polo dress. It's $135, so 30% off would be around $100. And I maybe would get this one in an extra small for me personally, just because it does look very oversized, but I love the fabric of this. I love that it's 100% responsibly sourced wool, which you might be thinking, wool in the summer? Are you crazy? Like, wool is actually amazing because it regulates your body temperature. And so while yes, I might prefer to go for the 100% cotton dress on like the hottest of the hottest days, I actually think a dress like this is really nice and easy breezy for summer. And I think the wool really elevates the look of it and makes it look way more expensive than it actually is. And I also kind of like the pseudo preppiness with the polo collar. So I've loved this dress. I've had my eye on this dress for quite a while, so maybe now is the time to pull the trigger. Now I want to talk about tops because they had quite a few tops that I thought were very cool. And the first one is the one I mentioned that's very similar to this dress. This is a striped knitted t-shirt, so the exact same material and kind of cool ribbing that this dress has, and this is in black. I love, you guys know I love when the sleeve hits right here. I think it's so much more flattering on the arm than like a crop like that. I think it's just really, really nice having all of that coverage. I love that it's like a more elevated version of a t-shirt, and I love that it's got that texture, because if you're gonna wear like a head to toe black or monochrome look, you have to play a little bit with like shape and texture. That's my favorite thing to do. So this black shirt really, really does that, which is great. Again, it's 83% cotton, and there actually is a matching cardigan, which I think is pretty cool. The cardigan is $135. So this little set would be super, super cute and around $100. The next item is just a good old basic. It is a relaxed cotton t-shirt, again, in that more sort of oversized look. I like that, again, because I like it when the sleeves are a little bit longer and don't have that cropped look like I just mentioned. And I love how they've styled this one. I love that it's got the longer, like more fitted shirt underneath of it. So that's what I was saying when I want to play around with the styling a little bit. I think COS has done such a great job with that. I also love that they've styled it with the white barrel pants that I already own. So I might be a little biased, but sales are a great time to pick up wonderful basics like this kind of t-shirt, and COS t-shirts are some of my favorite. Really, COS and Uniqlo are my favorite in terms of t-shirts. So I would absolutely stock up on your basics during a sale like this, because 30% off of $49, which is what it is full price, basically makes it the same price as like a Uniqlo t-shirt, which is nice. And it is 100% organic cotton, which again, we love that. I think I must be really into polos. I mean, I am into polos. I think it's because maybe the nature of remote work, most people, even when I film videos, you guys are mostly seeing me from the waist up for the majority of the time. And so a polo just gives a little more visual interest around the face, I feel like. And there's also that more professional kind of pseudo preppy element to it, which is fun to play with. But I loved this boxy polo shirt in the navy. Again, you all know that I'm loving navy right now, as well as dark brown for spring and summer. And while this one looks really good with jeans, I actually love it with these matching navy pants, which I'm hoping I can find for you all. I'm having a little bit of trouble finding them, but the polo shirt is part of the sale and it's $89 full price. The fabric of this is a 64% viscose, 30% polyamide, and 6% elastane. But when you look closely, which is another thing that I love that COS does, is they give like close-ups of the fabric too, which is nice. So you can really appreciate that this is like a subtle knitted fabric, which again, I think looks more expensive and elevated than just like a cotton, which can, even when it's a nice organic cotton, I feel like cotton really wears out and looks dingy over time. And so having a pretty like knitted shirt like this, I think is great because it just elevates kind of the whole outfit, even if you're just wearing it with jeans. So I thought this was great. I really will try to find those pants for you, but if I can't, just the top will have to do. And then the final kind of top was this really beautiful modern wrap front linen blend waistcoat. You all know that I love a linen waistcoat in the summer, especially one that's not too fitted. I have like a black oversized one from Zara, which actually was quite funny. I just saw my sister in Iowa and she wore it. And I was like, is that my vest? Because we ended up just buying the same one. Great minds think alike. But yeah, one of my favorite vests. This one I love in ivory because I love matching ivory with, or I guess contrasting, I should say, with black, especially like a black cotton trouser. It just makes for, I think, a really modern, interesting look. And I love that this doesn't have lapels or buttons or anything. Again, it just really ups the modernity of it all. So I think this is a really, really pretty item and really beautiful waistcoat. It is 62% viscose, 26% linen, 12% cotton. So it is a linen blend, which I think I said in the description, and it's an ivory color. So I like that it's also not just like stark white. I think that's a little aggressive sometimes, especially on the skin tone, but it is an ivory color, and I would probably get this in a size 2, and it's $120. Sorry, it's getting a little dark in here. I think it's supposed to rain later. So hopefully this doesn't look too funky in terms of lighting. But now let's get into the pants. So, or the bottoms, I should say. So I have a couple of pants, some shorts, and a skirt. Also, if you're clicking on any of my links and they don't work, just try refreshing or clearing the cache on your browser, because I'm actually also having some trouble with my links, which is a little annoying. I think one of you all actually mentioned that the other day, that you were having issues accessing my links, and I had never had that issue, but now I am. So sorry about that. I really hope if something's not working, I'll try to relink it. So just let me know in the comments below. So the first pant that I've picked out of the sale, which will be no surprise to any of you, is a pleated cotton wide leg pant. And I will not be purchasing this because I am now the proud owner of 4 pairs of black cotton pants of various styles, even though most of them are wide leg. And I'm not gonna lie, I love every single one of them. And so, but hey, I think every single person needs a pair of pants like this, so I'm sharing them with you all. These pants are $135 and looks like they're sold out in quite a few sizes, but again, in your country, it might be available. So I always do like to share because you never know. These are 100% Pima cotton, and I just love that these are, I mean, there's not much to really say about a pant like this other than it's the perfect transition from like a wool black trouser, which you all know is an absolute staple of mine in the fall. So this is just the summer version of that. And I think you can make so many different outfits with it. I promise I'm going to make a black trouser styling video as well in the next month or so. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, there's so many different ways that you can dress these up, dress these down. I think these are just such a great wardrobe staple. Another cotton trouser that I was very, very drawn to. These are the opposites. The last ones were black. These are white. And this is this cotton tapered drawstring trouser. Again, the perfect staple piece for summer, especially if you're working from home a lot. It's so nice to have a drawstring pant. They're just so comfortable. I also love that they've paired it with the black version of that linen blend waistcoat that I shared with you all. I just think this is super easy, but also chic, and the pants are 80% cotton, 20% recycled cotton. So basically 100% cotton. Just some of it's recycled. And I don't know, I actually might get these in a size 4 just because you just never know with COS pants, to be honest. But I love that these have a little bit of like a tapered look to them. So a little different than the wide legs. So maybe I need these in my wardrobe. Who knows? This is a very dangerous video for me to make. And these pants are $139. So they'd be around $97 with the 30% off, which I think is great for high quality cotton pants. And then they actually make a really beautiful version in shorts. These are drawstring cotton shorts that they have in black and white. I would probably get the black just because I tend to wear black more around the city. And I might get it in a size 2. My COS drawstring pants are in a my black ones that I have, they're in a 4 and they fit well, but they're pretty loose. So for a short, yeah, I think I might get this in a 2. And these are made up of 100% cotton, which again, we love. These are such a great like vacation short or weekend short, but I also like how they've kind of dressed it up a little bit by pairing it with a cardigan. Again, whoever is doing the styling over at COS is like knocking it out of the park, because I'm just getting so much inspiration from looking at all of these pictures. And these shorts are usually $69, but they're on sale for 30% off of that. How many times can I say 30% off in this video? And so you get them for a little under $50. And then the final outfit or item in terms of bottoms that I really was drawn to is this circle skirt. So I don't have a lot of super feminine pieces like this, but I do have that beautiful linen skirt from Quince that I just bought, that I talked about in my Quince video. And this is very similar. So I wanted to call this out because it is a really beautiful skirt, 100% recycled polyamide, but I could just see it having kind of the same look and feel. And I love that it's like a midi length, so this would be super appropriate for work. It would actually be really cute with that little polo in navy on top and then just some ballet flats for work. But it can also be light and breezy. And the reason I love the volume of it. I think it's nice to have a little bit more heaviness to the fabric on a skirt, especially in the spring and summer, because like the wind is going, like New York is a very windy place. And so wearing shorter skirts is a little concerning in that regard. Sometimes they have to wear like shorts under them, which isn't always the most comfortable thing. So having a longer skirt, you kind of mitigate that risk a little bit. And I also like that it just makes it a little more office appropriate and a little more versatile. I just like this look. It's very feminine and ladylike. So this skirt is $135. I'd probably get it in a size 2. Yeah, I'd probably get it in a size 2. Oh, and it also comes in that like Bottega green color. But again, I just love a neutral. I love the black. So that's what I personally would go for. But I think it's a very, very dainty, very pretty look. And then the final 2 pieces will fall into the kind of swimwear accessories camp. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I've never actually tried COS swimwear, but I've heard really great things about it. I mean, no surprise there. It's high quality, it's very minimal looking. And I thought this one shoulder swimsuit, this one piece in black, was really nice. It's $120. Again, I probably get it in a size 2, and it's made from recycled polyamide. And I just think it's very like architectural. I love the back of this really beautiful band that comes up in the back. And I love the simplicity of the front. And I'm not much of a tanner. Obviously, I'm so pale. And so for me, I prefer one pieces just because they're more comfortable and easier to swim in and stuff. And I'm not really trying to get, if I do tan, I would be putting on a little fake tan or something, and I'm not really going to be putting a lot of sun on my body. And if I am, I'd rather it just be on my arms and legs. And so for that reason, I love a one piece. But if you're very into tanning, this asymmetrical look might be a little problematic for you, but I really like it. I think this is very chic. And I also love a one piece like this. It can kind of double as a bodysuit. So like this would be so cute under those little cotton shorts with just some little sandals, and you could even just throw on a cardigan and wear it to dinner. And when you're packing for like a vacation or something, I think having pieces that are really versatile like that is just key. So really loving this swimsuit. And then the final item is this mini clutch bag. So it's kind of the mini version of what I already have. I have the large Cavatelli clutch, which is highly inspired by the Loewe flamenco bag. And I really love it. Again, it is super versatile. I love it for when I'm on vacation or something, because during the day it can just be a little like traditional kind of bag with a strap, but then at night I can turn it into an oversized clutch. And I have it in a black smooth leather, but again, I'm really obsessed with this brown right now and it's very trendy. And so I thought I would share the brown suede clutch with you all. And I actually really love the mini size. I think that again, it's big enough to fit your stuff, kind of like the mini Hedda bag. It fits all of my stuff for daytime, but it's really small and dainty. And so it would make just like a really cute clutch as well. But you would get all the versatility that I get with the larger Cavatelli clutch that I already wear a lot. And it's $135. So with 30% off, it would be $94, so less than $100, which is really great for a suede bag. And it's 100% leather. The lining is 100% cotton. So I love that that means that it will wear nicely as well over time compared to like faux leather bags. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this bag, and I think it's a great way to kind of end my little edit. So now I want to talk about, well, now I'm going to adjust the lighting on my camera because the lighting outside is getting brighter and I'm starting to look like a moon woman. So now I want to call out a few things, or, well, you know, quite a few things that I've called out in previous videos that I own that are part of the sale before I end this video, starting with one of my favorite items that I just picked up in the last one, and it's this silk crepe jumpsuit. I wore it to my sister's graduation. It is 100% mulberry silk. I just think this is the epitome of elegance and versatility. I love how understated it is. It looks so good with this necklace too. And it's $250 because it's 100% mulberry silk. So it's definitely more of a higher end piece. So getting 30% off of that is really nice because it's going to end up being $175, which I think is a little more palatable for some people than $250. So I got this in a size 4, and I would recommend getting your sort of like standard size. Definitely don't size down. Even though it looks oversized, I have a longer torso and I think I kind of needed that extra length. So I'm really glad that I went for the 4 instead of the 2. I think if I was more petite and a little shorter in the torso area, I think that would be a 2 would have been fine, but did just want to call that out in terms of sort of how it fits. And then the next piece will also look very familiar to you all, and it's this really cute navy linen set, and both pieces are a part of the sale, even though the pants look like they are just almost sold out at this point. But the cropped linen waistcoat is normally $99, and I got it in a size 2. And then the pants I also got in a size 2, even though I really would recommend maybe probably getting it in a size 4. And so this set is just super cute. So together, I mean, you would get it for under $200, which is pretty great with the discount. So I did want to call that out. And then similarly, I talked about this quite a few COS videos ago, but I think it's a really nice set. This is, again, a navy linen set, but this one's a little different. This one is kind of more relaxed, Japanese styled, less tailored. This one has the little ties in the front, and I didn't end up keeping this one because it was so similar to a linen set that I already had from Dish, but I do really love the set and I wanted to call it out. It's on sale, I believe, both in the navy and this light pink color, even though I really think the light pink is harder to wear, and I love just like a darker linen like this in the summer, especially if you live in the city. But if you live in the South or something, then the light pink could be a really great option for you. And I got the top in a size 2, and I actually prefer to wear the top, again, just a reminder, with a little Uniqlo bra top underneath. So if you see it styled on the website where the girl's wearing it without a shirt, like, I wouldn't wear it like that. So just remember, you can always like put a shirt on underneath. And I really loved the trousers that went with it. These are the relaxed linen blend wide leg trousers that are normally $135, and they are 80% tencel, lyocell, and 20% linen. But I was a big fan of these pants, and I think I got these in a 2 as well. I can't quite remember, but yeah, just another really nice, beautiful. So if you're on the hunt for a navy linen set, this couple of good options here. Another classic staple in my wardrobe, and this is such a great one to stock up on during the sale, is this tailored Pima cotton shirt. I wear this shirt all the time. I loved it when I bought it, when I tried it on at first, and I still continue to grab for it. It's the perfect balance between being oversized but fitted. It just falls in that beautiful in-between space, and it just looks very expensive. It's really great quality, and so everyone just needs a good white button up, you know what I mean? And like, this is such a great white button up. It's normally $109, and then of course, you know, the sale will apply to it, and it's 100% Pima cotton. I just think, again, just like, you know, the little t-shirt dress and the trousers, like, this is such a great staple. It is just a great shirt. That's all I have to say about it. And then The final piece, because they still mixed in, I mean, most of the pieces in the sale, of course, were from pre-spring, pre-summer, summer, you know, trying to kind of get rid of that inventory, but they had a few items from fall and winter last year. And I'm actually really happy about this, even though a lot of them are final sale, but I noticed that they had my merino wool Bardot dress that I love. I love this dress. I talked about it in my what I wore in Italy video, which I will leave linked above and below if you want to watch that. But this dress was so underrated. I did not think I was going to love it as much as I did. I just felt so feminine and like sexy in this dress, and they have it in all the sizes, which is crazy to me. I got it in a size extra small, and it's $45. It's $45 for merino wool, which is wild. Responsibly sourced, 100% merino wool. I also, again, love how they've styled it on the website, but I wore this with boots during the day and a jacket, and kind of had it as more of like a midi skirt. And then at nighttime, I would dress it up with heels and then have the little off the shoulder for kind of a more formal, sexy look. I just think this is like the perfect little black dress. Again, if you're traveling, this is like great because it's so versatile, but very easy to make very daytime or dress it up for nighttime. So did just want to end the video on that note because 70% off is pretty crazy. So I hope this little edit helped. And again, please let me know if you picked anything up in the sale. It really always helps me to hear feedback from you guys around what you like and if you liked things that I recommend and stuff. So yeah, let me know. And again, if you're having issues with the links for any reason, try clearing the cache on your browser and, you know, refreshing the link a couple times and it should work. But yeah, I will see you all in my next video.